this episode was delayed by a few days, mostly because Nina was shot, and yeah, we didn't know what to do, so ta-da! Enjoy this mess produced by me and Peon. And the intern back there. Fucking intern. Good evening, clone troopers. Sadly, Nina can't be here. He was shot in action last week filming a new segment, so I'm going to be taking over this week. So, welcome to the GB Report, episode 2. So, this week we got the weather report by Peon, exclusive footage of Mimban from the droid side, and more. So, over to Peon for the weather.
Hello, I am joining you now from Mustafar. There is lava storms coming in from the east. There is ash coming in from the west. It is incredibly hot. Mount Jar Jar behind me, the absolutely fierce volcano, has just erupted, and there is a horrible amount of lava. Like, lava is rising faster than I think we've ever seen it. We've had to build temporary pillars. Like, oh my god. We have a heavy storm of droids coming in from the north. They are flooding all local villages, and all the remaining children and people have now been incinerated. We will probably be going down onto the ground to check out some of the molten rocks. They look very interesting. As a geologist clone myself, I would say that there is some interesting volcano rock. It looks like it has just been formed, as we can still see some of the lines. Yes. That'll be all from the... Oh, and I almost forgot to say, I almost forgot the most important part of weather, the temperature report. It is currently 1 million degrees Kelvin, and I'm out. So we are down on the ground of Mustafar. There is some. We have taken a better look at those interesting rock formations I was talking about. The lava rock is still pretty steamy. It's nice to. Oh shoot! Just a sec.
Die, Republic dog.
Die, clanker scum. So as I was saying, the rock formations down here is very interesting. If you look at these wavy lines, we can tell that the lava must have set while it was moving. You can see how the lava has flown down the great Mount Jar Jar. Give me a second, there's more. Never mind, they're dead.
Thanks for the weather, Peon. And now, the main story. With clone scout troopers advancing on Mimban in preparation for the main offensive next week, we were able to recover some exclusive droid footage from the droid side, from a recovered droid head. Now, let's have a look.
Roger, roger. 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 Roger, roger.
Now, let's see if this intel provides useful for the clones next week in the Mimbam assault. Now, Peon with this week's footage.
So, this week, a lot of battles have been happening, and as usual, we have got our weekly combat montage for the highlights. Ta-da!
Now, that concludes this week's episode of the GB Report. Tune in 2 weeks for the next episode where we will see the hopefully successful invasion of Mimban and more. Until then, ta-ta.